Have you ever wondered why your own thoughts can become an invisible prison, trapping you and keeping you from true peace? What keeps us circling endlessly in worry and fear, unable to find a way out? What if just one small shift in how you see your thoughts could open the door to genuine inner calm? Are you ready to discover that power within yourself? And did you know that 6 simple yet profound teachings from the Buddha could be the key to breaking free from the cycle of overthinking and guiding your mind back to clarity and peace? Let's embark on this journey together, where each teaching lights the way toward a calmer, clearer mind. Overthinking is like a silent thief. It quietly steals away your inner peace, and without you realizing it, spreads chaos throughout your mind. Have you ever felt like you were caught in the storm of your own tangled thoughts? Sometimes you keep revisiting the past, filled with regret or guilt or longing for what could have been. Other times, you're trapped, worrying about the future, fearing what might happen, or tirelessly planning for the unknown. And the more you think, the more overwhelmed you feel. Isn't that right? If you're yearning for a way to rediscover your inner calm and free your mind from this turmoil, then this video is truly meant for you. Buddhism, with its timeless wisdom, offers simple yet profound teachings that can help you break free from the endless loop of overthinking. Today, we will explore 6 Buddhist teachings that gently guide you toward a calmer, more peaceful mind. Are you ready? Let's embark on this journey together and uncover the clarity and tranquility that every one of us deserves. First teaching: the past is gone. The future has not yet come. Focus on the present moment. How often do we find ourselves stuck in the memories of the past? Sometimes we're overwhelmed with regret or guilt, other times lost in longing for things that can never be changed. Or perhaps we become trapped in thoughts about the future, worrying about what's coming, fearing what could go wrong, or obsessively trying to prepare for the unknown. The truth is, the past has already slipped away, and the future isn't here yet. The Buddha's teaching reminds us, do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. This teaching is like a lamp that lights our way, helping us see clearly that the present moment is the only time that truly exists. Right now, as you read or listen to these words, this is where your real life happens. It is in the present that peace can be found if you allow yourself to be fully here without getting lost in thoughts of what was or what might be. When you do this, you'll notice how overthinking fades, making space for peace and clarity to enter. There's a simple yet meaningful Buddhist story. A wise old monk and his young disciple were once on a pilgrimage when they came upon a river. The water flowed steadily under the warm sunlight. The monk, calm and steady, stepped into the river and crossed with ease. But the young disciple hesitated, his eyes filled with fear that the rushing water might sweep him away. The monk turned to him with a gentle smile and said, "Do not be afraid, my friend. The river will always flow, but the only way to cross it is to be fully present and trust in each step you take." This story wasn't just meant for that young disciple of the past. It is also meant for us today. When we learn to be present, to trust this very moment, even the strongest currents of life cannot carry us away. Second teaching. Thoughts are like clouds. Let them pass without clinging to them. We often feel as if we're drowning in our own thoughts. The mind becomes heavy, tangled, like a stormy sky filled with dark, looming clouds. But the Buddha teaches us to see these thoughts as clouds in the sky, impermanent, fleeting, always changing. He once said, "With our thoughts, we make the world." That's why the key is to avoid clinging to these thoughts or identifying ourselves with them. Picture this. You're sitting quietly by a river, watching the water flow by. Leaves float gently along the surface. Do you reach out to grab every single leaf? Of course not. You simply let them drift past, knowing more will come. Similarly, let your thoughts come and go. Don't try to hold on to them. Don't try to control them. Let them drift away like clouds. And soon you'll notice that overthinking begins to fade, making space for calm and clarity. Once again, the Buddha reminds us, our life is shaped by our mind. We become what we think. This simple truth is like a bell of mindfulness, reminding us that when we let go of negative or excessive thoughts, we can shape a clearer, more peaceful life. Third teaching. Overthinking creates suffering. Let go of what you can't control. The more we think, the more we suffer. We analyze every possibility, worry about every scenario, and try to hold tightly to things far beyond our control. But this only adds more stress, more anxiety, and more weariness to our minds. The Buddha said, "Suffering is not caused by the events in our lives, but by our reaction to them." In other words, it's not what happens to us that creates suffering. It's how we choose to respond. When we overthink and cling to things we cannot change, we end up inviting unnecessary pain into our lives. Letting go of the need to control everything is a powerful step toward breaking free from the cycle of overthinking. Learn to accept things as they are. Ask yourself this simple but powerful question: is this something I can control? That single question can open the door to true peace. A well-known Zen master, Thich Nhat Hanh, once shared a simple yet profound story. There was a person who kept trying to push a giant boulder up a hill. Day after day, this person struggled, complained, and used every bit of strength, but the boulder never moved. The master gently asked, "Why do you keep pushing a boulder that does not move? Let go, and the path ahead will become clear." This lesson reminds us that overthinking and fighting against reality only drain our energy and leave us exhausted. Sometimes, the most powerful thing we can do is simply let go. Fourth teaching. Practice. Mindfulness. Anchor yourself in your breath to quiet the mind. Mindfulness is the practice of giving full attention to the present moment without judgment, without getting swept away by thoughts, emotions, or fleeting sensations in the body. One of the simplest and most effective ways to cultivate mindfulness is to focus on your breath. When your mind feels overwhelmed, return to your breath. Inhale deeply, hold it for a moment, and then slowly exhale. Each breath is like an anchor that connects you to the here and now, helping the waves of overthinking to settle. The Buddha once said, "When the mind is calm, the breath is calm." This teaching reflects the deep connection between the state of our mind and the rhythm of our breath. By focusing on our breath, we gently guide the mind back into peace, breaking the cycle of excessive thinking. He also taught, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. Through the regular practice of mindfulness and conscious breathing, you train your mind to stay steady and focused. The more you practice, the less control overthinking will have over you. Fifth teaching. Simplicity is freedom. Stop complicating life with unnecessary worries. In today's world, full of distractions and temptations, it's all too easy to complicate life. We worry about everything: our work relationships' appearance, the future. But Buddhism teaches that simplicity is the key to true happiness and peace. When we learn to simplify our lives, both in thought and in action, we free ourselves from the burden of needless worries. The Buddha often spoke of the importance of simplicity as a solid foundation for lasting peace. The Buddha once said, "There is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path." This means happiness isn't some distant goal we need to chase or overanalyze. Instead, it is found in the simple, ordinary moments of everyday life. When we let go of the unnecessary focusing only on what truly matters, we free ourselves from the trap of excessive thinking and worry. The Zen monks live by a principle called shibumi, a concept that celebrates the beauty of simplicity. One Zen master said, "The simpler the life, the deeper its meaning." They understood that by clearing away mental clutter and focusing on what is essential, we can experience a more peaceful, meaningful life. Have you ever wondered if it's the complexity of our thoughts that keeps us lost, while happiness is actually found in the most uncomplicated of things? Sixth teaching: trust in impermanence. Nothing lasts forever. Not even your struggles. Nothing lasts forever. Not even the hardships and challenges you're facing right now. The Buddhist teaching of impermanence reminds us that everything in life is always changing. This means even your worries, fears, and overthinking are temporary. They too will pass. The Buddha taught, "All conditioned things are impermanent. Strive on with diligence." This teaching invites us to trust in the natural flow of life, to understand that whatever we are going through, whether good or bad, will eventually change. Overthinking often comes from the fear that things will stay bad forever, that we'll be trapped in difficult situations without escape. But when we embrace the truth of impermanence, we can ease our hearts knowing that all struggles will fade, and we don't have to let our thoughts dominate our lives endlessly. Now that you've discovered these 6 Buddhist teachings for overcoming overthinking, it's time to take action. Embrace the present moment. Let go of unnecessary thoughts. Simplify your life. Trust in the impermanence of all things, knowing that nothing lasts forever, not even your struggles. And always remember, your mind is your most powerful tool. With patience and practice, you can train it to stay focused, calm, and at peace. If these teachings have inspired or helped you in any way, let's continue together on this journey of mindfulness and inner peace. In the next part, we'll explore how to apply these lessons in your daily life so that every moment becomes a chance to practice and grow. If these teachings touched your heart, hit the like button to help spread this wisdom to more people. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next meaningful videos. Share this video with your loved ones so we can grow mindfulness and peace together. In the next video, we'll explore practical ways to apply these 6 teachings in your daily life. Stay tuned.